Hello and welcome on in to Abe Stark. We've got a good one for you today. It is the New York City Cyclones coming to take on the New York Stars down on the boardwalk. Stick around. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on Midnight Sports. Well, folks, welcome back. This is New York Stars hockey right here on Midnight Sports. The New York City Cyclones came across the East River to take on the Stars here today, and they come in with an 8-29 record on the year, do the Cyclones, but don't let that fool you. These two teams played back on January 19th at Chelsea Piers, and it was an absolute barn burner. Maybe not on the scoreboard, but definitely with the action on the ice, because that was a game that was 3-3 very, very late at the Chelsea Piers Sky Rink until the Stars scored to take the 4-3 victory. That was in the middle of the Stars' 6-game win streak. That was their longest of the season. Last weekend, the Stars dropped a heartbreaker to the Nassau County Lions 3-2. Nassau County scoring with just 19.7 seconds left to go in that one. And then the Stars dropped a decision, as almost every single team in Tier 2 New York State hockey has this season, to the Long Beach Lightning by a score of 0-7. The Cyclones come in on the backs of a loss to those Stars and also the New York City Skyliners most recently on January 26th. But if you go back to January 5th, the Cyclones did have a 6-2 win over the Delco Phantoms. So stick around. We expect another close one here today from the boardwalk. Just 35 seconds left to go on the warm-up clock. This is New York Stars hockey on Midnight Sports. All right, just a little last-minute strategy here at both creases as the teams get ready to roll from the boardwalk. It'll be the teams breaking at the same time. And based on puck collection, this looks like it will be Ryan Speaker to start this one off in the blue paint for the Stars. Folks, don't forget, subject to carrier and weather restrictions tomorrow, New York Stars will be out taking on the New Jersey Youth Devils from Richard Cody Arena in West Orange. at 11:30 a.m. You won't want to miss a moment. Go ahead and give Midnight Sports a like, follow, or subscription to watch that game tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Sunday, February 9th, right here on Midnight Sports. But first, 45 minutes of New York State Tier 2 qualifying hockey coming up next. And by next, I mean right now. This looks like it will be Gitman, Bergman, and Bizarro. Starting off as the forwards, Ramos and Murphy. As the defenders, the music blares in the background. We're getting ready for puck drop in period 1. Officials checking both nets to make sure there are no stray pucks. All Stars players standing up, pounding the boards. The Cyclones join them. This place is rocking for a late regular season game in Coney Island. Puck is dropped. That's one over toward the advertising boards by the Stars. Up for it was Ramos. He's going to bat that into the offensive zone. And it'll be the Cyclones picking up, trying to escape the zone with it. Was New York City unable to do so on first blush. Murphy pinches all the way in, racks that over toward Bizarro, who lays a shoulder into a man by the old Zamboni. But it's the Cyclones carrying it up through the slot now, and they'll escape the zone with it to the neutral zone right in front of their bench. Bergman throws it right back in, and the Stars look to get to work in the offensive zone once more. It's the Cyclones in their road navy blue jerseys moving right to left on your television screen or radio dial. The Stars in their home white sweaters, as it'll be O'Day going on back. O'Day and Schaefer out there now, replacing Ramos and Murphy. Bizarro settles that puck down. The Stars looking to complete a change. That one's fired high, caught, and dropped by the Cyclones netminder, so play could continue. The breakout is on here for the Cyclones. 3-on-3 hockey all the way toward the offensive zone. O'Day pushes a man wide. Look out for the pass in the slot. Schaefer had jammed up a man there and cut out the threat, and now O'Connor across to leave it for Schaefer as Thomas Schaefer gets that puck back, sends it out of the zone. It was good play by him up to Schulman. Schulman for Russo. Russo taps it deeper in the offensive zone, and he'll give chase. It's now Russo trying to leave it there for Schulman. He does. Schulman all the way across in the slot looking for O'Connor. It hits a skate, and the Cyclones will pick that puck up and skate it on up and out of the zone. They gain the line, dump in, but it goes for an icing, and so we'll get our first stoppage in play at 13:28 left to go in the first period. Shots 1-0 right now for the Stars. Goose eggs on the scoreboard, though, where it matters. A 0-0 game with the big numbers. This will be Bolonic at the dot. Wins it over to Faust, who fires it in toward the slot, turning. Sending it toward the net was Polyakov. It hit a skate, went wide. Cyclones look to collect. They work it back over to the near side. It's Bolonic touching it up to Viscoso, who racks it deeper. Cyclones to pick up near circle. They'll cross the ice with it in the defensive zone. It's Fauci on the forecheck, able to keep that puck in the zone momentarily. And now Ramos finds it at the advertising boards once more and dumps on in. Giving chase is Bolonic. That puck's going to be pumped off the boards and fired forward. Look out, it could be a mini break in the other direction. Cyclones now looking for a trailer, but it was Polyakov with a good stick, got down, and then Ramos able to flick that up and out, and it'll be Fauci picking up in stride. Down the left wing goes Fauci. He's got Polyakov back post, shoots it. Just misses the net over the glove. It looked like it clipped the crossbar. Fauci has it back, throws it in front, hits a body. Fauci does the same again, and this one's going to be covered up by the Cyclones netminder. And so, with 12:34 left to go in the first, the Stars buzzing around the net off the Fauci shot that clipped the crossbar after catching the mitt of the Cyclones netminder. And the home team looking to tilt the ice here. It's Russo on the backhand, winning it up to Adamic. Murphy fires in. That hits a skate, goes through the slot. Russo on the back check, able to jam up the breakout, but here come the Cyclones. All the way back there is Murphy for the puck, curls behind his own net. Braden Murphy, the alternate captain, is going to carry this up through the defensive zone. Pushed wide, he keeps skating. Gains the line and dumps in. It's a chip and chase game right now for the home team as Murphy tries to collect the puck for Briscoe. Instead, though, the Cyclones come back but can't get it out of the zone at first. Now the Cyclones at the second bite of the apple, able to dump that in. Speaker able to just glove that aside and flick it toward the end boards. And then it comes off the back twine, but the proper side, if you're a Stars fan, Briscoe bats that out of the zone. It's going to go for an icing as it crosses the line. But Briscoe nearly off to the races there with 11:49 left to go here in the first. It's a defensive zone draw for the Stars on the icing. This will be Schaefer, Viscoso as the defenders, Bergman, Gitman, and Bizarro as the forwards. It's 1-2. Bizarro collects it, works it back toward Gitman, gets caught in some skates, jammed farther by the Cyclones, and the puck's going to roll all the way to the far half wall where Schaefer reverses to the near side. Cyclones there first, can't get full purchase on it. Viscoso taps that one up past the point, and now it's Bizarro all the way into the offensive end. Leaves it there for Viscoso, just a little out of his reach. Nico Viscoso across to try and keep the zone rolling. Puck finds a Cyclone first, and here comes New York City back in the other direction. They'll fire that in wide of the cage. Rims all the way around to the far side where Schaefer will stop and pick it up on that far half wall. Thomas Schaefer now with Bergman in front. Carries it over toward the benches, gains the line in a soft dump in. We'll see that puck picked up by the Cyclones at the end boards and worked up the strong side of the ice. It's now the Cyclones with speed toward the offensive end, leaned on by Bizarro, and Viscoso able to tap it in the other direction. And now it's Bizarro in a sprint with the netminder of the Cyclones, and it'll be a 3-on-2 coming right back in the other direction. The Cyclones on the puck in the slot. They fire. Speaker able to get the blocker on it and send it up into the netting after a deflection off the captain's stick in the slot. And so you can pause and catch your breath in what's turned into a track meet here in the opening 4 minutes and 22 seconds from Abe Stark. It'll be a face-off on that far side of the ice. Looks like this will be Sammy Schulman to take the drop. Puck's dropped, clean win by Schulman, back toward Ramos. Ramos collects, settles the puck, works it onto his forehand, and then it's chipped up and out. It's Schulman in stride. Schulman all the way into the offensive end, has O'Connor in the slot all alone. He shoots, and it's saved beautifully by the Cyclones. Stars keep the zone for a moment. O'Connor was in tight, ran out of real estate, still able to flick the shot up and out, and here comes Schulman back again, shooting in, and this time we'll get a stoppage in play as the Cyclones able to cover up with 10-13 left to go in the first. It'll be a face-off far side of the ice as the Stars have a 5-2 shot advantage right now, but nothing more just yet from the Stark. It's Murphy taking that shot from the top of the slot after the Stars face-off win. Cyclones first to it. They pump it up to the near point. Russo able to keep the puck in the zone momentarily. Now jabbing at it, but momentum will carry it out for the Cyclones. Only so far as Murphy, who sends it across for Ramos. Watch out when Ramos can step into a shot. It can be dangerous for the other team. That shot that's deflected just wide. Ramos has it back deep in the zone, throws it up to the slot. It was Murphy who was calling for it. This one's not going to go for an icing. Speaker to settle it for Schulman, who bats it around to the near side of the ice. It was a good shoulder peek there for Sammy Schulman, the old 61. Knew that that point had been vacated, but here come the Cyclones anyway. Schulman able to slow a man down into the offensive zone just a little bit too early were the Cyclones, and so this will be a face-off in the neutral zone for the teams just outside the Stars' defensive end. It's Fauci, Bolonic, and Polyakov as the forwards. Schaefer and O'Day as the defenders. Bolonic just making sure the hockey pants are tied. They are, and we're ready to go as the Cyclones dump that all the way across. Back for it is Schaefer. Schaefer on the backhand. Looks to move that puck over to the far side of the ice, but the Cyclones draped all over him, so Schaefer lowers the shoulder. Easy for you to say as Bolonic's in for support. Schaefer comes away with it. Soft tap up to Polyakov. Flicks it off the boards, and getting it back is Bolonic. Bolonic all the way up the ice, up the right wing, shoots in. It was Fauci waiting to pounce on a rebound, but it was a good save directed over toward the half wall. And now it's O'Day trying to collect that puck, but here come the Cyclones in a 2-on-1. O'Day long reach, that puck comes all the way across, and it misses the net on a deflection in tight. It had hit a skate. It's Bolonic now to skate that up over to O'Day, who gains the line. He'll dump on in. That puck rimmed all the way around and stopped by the Cyclones netminder. It was Polyakov on the forecheck. Puck comes all the way up to Schaefer, who keeps his own, dumps in once more. Firing on it is Fauci as the puck rolls to the side of the net, and then it's thrown up and out of play. We'll get a whistle and an offensive zone draw here with 8:21 left to go in the first. still knotted at 0. This will be Briscoe, Adamick, and Russo, Ramos, and Viscoso as the 5 skaters in white. And Russo to take the drop. Clean win over toward Briscoe, settles the puck down. He just has to dump in, couldn't work it up to the point as there was a Cyclones man in the way. And now the Cyclones reverse to the far side of the ice and find some open ice to boot. Getting all the way across was Briscoe, leans on a man there. Cyclones break into the offensive end, but it's going to be Adamick trying to tap that farther. He did well to lift the stick of his man, and Viscoso picks up that loose puck. Viscoso at the logo, being told to get the puck deep. He does, and now in on the forecheck is Briscoe. It's the Cyclones trying to work that puck up and out. They do up the near side of the ice. The Cyclones skating with some speed now through the neutral zone. All the way across they go. It was good stick work and a back check by Briscoe now that gets that puck up and out. Fired in by the Stars. They'll give chase once more as that puck is worked up to the near half wall, and the Cyclones again escape with it across center ice. Ramos able to work that puck up past the blue line. Briscoe looks to dump in. Cyclones take over, but it's picked off by Adamick, just a bit offside. And so it'll be a neutral zone faceoff with 7:17 left to go here in the first. Folks, a reminder, Stars back in action, subject to carrier restrictions and a snowstorm that's brewing at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow from New Jersey. Exhibition game against the New Jersey Devils. You won't want to miss that. Midnight Sports will have all the coverage subject to those restrictions tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. This is the Stars looking to break out. Puck ping-pongs around a little bit. And now it's Bizarro on the forecheck trying to pull the puck off his man. Gitman over by the advertising boards. Puck squirts free to a Cyclone stick, and they throw that wide of the cage. Across for it is O'Day. O'Day will skate this on the backhand up and out of the zone, able to gain the line, and a soft dump in gives him time to chase. It's Gitman in for support. O'Day cleans a man out of the play, but that same man back on the puck, and he'll skate it up the left side of the ice, near side, as the Cyclones look to break in once more. It's the Stars looking to push this up past the blue line. The Cyclones get it back. Near side, trying to fire it across was New York City, but instead it's Murphy in the way, taking on 2 Cyclones at the end boards. It'll squirt free, will the puck, but Bizarro able to put that puck on a string, pull it right back to the blade, and now it's Bizarro all the way into the offensive end, shoots in, and it's saved nicely. It was Bergman who was screening the netminder and then gets that loose puck back. Schulman all the way across for it as Bergman was able to keep the puck in the zone. Bergman back for it in that far corner, pulls it to his forehand, works it up to the point. It's O'Day walking the blue line, firing in, and that puck saved nicely once more by the Cyclones. Now Schulman on the puck in that far corner, tries to reverse with it. Cyclones will work it off the glass, then off the dasher, and around to the near side of the ice. Getting back are O'Day and Murphy. That one's going to be fired in wide of the cage. It'll hit the back metal of the net. Murphy will pick it up there. 5:32 left to play here in the first. It's Murphy all the way across. He gets upended. It's going to go for a penalty on the Cyclones. And so, just like that, we'll have our first stoppage in play for a penalty with 5:25 left to play here in the first. It's a trip on the Cyclones. And an offensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. Power play unit number 1 over the boards. O'Day, Bizarro. Looks like Bolognic, Schulman, and Murphy. This will be Bizarro to take the drop. We just get a little stoppage here as the neck guard chin strap in the slot for Bolognic getting checked. He's fixed it, and we're ready to roll as the Cyclones take that face-off win and work it on up to the far side of the ice. Stars able to keep the zone through Murphy over toward Schulman. Schulman, near side of the ice, thinks about a shot, works it right back up to Murphy. Awaiting on the far side is Bolognic. It's going to be Schulman curling, firing in, looking for a man, and it was Bolognic who hits the side of the cage. Bizarro calls for it in the bumper position. Without his stick is the Cyclones netminder. The Cyclones need to get this up and out, and they do. And now it's the Stars coming across to try and pick it up at the logo. They can't find a man, and the Cyclones in a shorthanded chance in tight. Speaker able to reject the shot. And so it will be the Stars coming back in the other direction. Shulman leaves for Murphy. Murphy works that puck up. It's O'Day waiting for it at the logo, but the Cyclones pick it right back up. Cyclones into the offensive end. Murphy gets stick on puck, as does O'Day. And the Stars living just a little bit dangerously right now on the power play. Ramos comes out to try and settle things down. Murphy all the way up, far side of the ice. Cyclones send it right back in. 53 seconds left to go here on the man advantage for the Stars. It's going to be Murphy on up. It was a quick up, and O'Day settles that puck, works it back, and shooting in now are the Stars. It was a give and go from O'Day to Bolognic, and he got handcuffed by the pass, did 86. And so here come the Cyclones. Turning now is Viscoso to try and cut out the threat. Near side of the ice, in the slot, the shot comes in. Speaker gets down in a hurry, makes the save. And the Cyclones able to keep the puck at the blue line, dump in once more. 22 seconds left to go on the man advantage as the Stars try to find some open ice. It was Bizarro over for Russo. Russo on the puck now. He's going to skate it up that far side of the ice. 10 seconds left to go. Last rush here on the man advantage as Russo chips it off the side of the netminder, carries it to the near corner, but no farther just yet. And so this will be the Cyclones working that puck back out, and it's a breakaway in the other direction. The Cyclones hit the outside of the cage. Speaker had come way out there to cut down on the angle, and the Cyclones will have to find another way through. It was a breakaway after the penalty had expired, and so it's O'Connor picking it up and skating it up the left wing. He's got Russo and Viscoso joining the rush all the way across for Russo. Fires in. That puck saved as well. 2:57 left to go in the first period. This game is really opened up now as the Cyclones try to get that puck up and out. They do. Across for it is Viscoso. He gets body position, and it's racked deeper by the Cyclones, but it'll be Viscoso first to it. Nico Viscoso skates that up the near side of the ice. It's a soft dump, so he doesn't ice it as the Cyclones will take over. It's O'Connor on the forecheck, able to pull the puck off a man, as he so often does, but the Cyclones come right back the other way. Getting back now is Schaefer. He's on the outside. He's able to jam up the stick of a man. Cyclones, though, are going to pour in farther. Cyclones toward the side of the cage. They go all the way around. Do the New York City Cyclones. They look to set up again. Speaker gets a piece of that, as did Thomas Schaefer. That puck's going to go off the glass near side, and now it'll be the Cyclones trying to set something up toward the net front once more. They've got the puck all the way toward the side. They hit the outside of the cage. O'Day over for it, getting a bit scrambly here for the Stars as that puck is pushed up and out by the home team. Cyclones reset at neutral ice. It was Gitman who was able to get stick on puck and dump in. O'Connor once again on the forecheck in the near corner. The Cyclones man with a stick to the back of O'Connor, but the officials letting them play out there today. And so it'll be O'Day coming all the way in for the puck from the point. O'Day on the puck, gets bodied there at the end boards, but he keeps the feet moving, and the Cyclones able to push that puck up past the blue line with 87 seconds left to go here in the first period. It's Schaefer for Fauci. Fauci settles that puck down, feathers it up, and now chasing it is Polyakov as that puck rolls to the near side. Cyclones able to pick up deep in their own zone. They can't get it past Fauci, who dumps in once more. It's the Cyclones around their own cage now as New York City trying to work that puck up and out on what would be a home run pass for them. It's Fauci settling it down at the logo. The Cyclones take over once again. They try to get that puck deep, and they do, so turning for it is O'Day. O'Day on the forehand. He stops. He's able to get out of a little pressure there and work it up to Polyakov. Polyakov looks across the ice, tries to find Shulman. Fauci picks up that loose change and dumps it deep. 42 seconds left to go here in the first period as the Cyclones take over once more, and they'll skate it in a 2-on-2 through the neutral zone and dump on it. It was a heavy hit there by Murphy into his own bench, but the Cyclones look to possess it far side of the ice. They'll work it back to the near. Murphy first on it, and he works that puck up to Polyakov, who skates with speed. Calling for it is Ramos, far side of the ice. He's got to reach for it. He's able to push a man on that far side of the ice, but with 15 seconds left to go, it's the Cyclones in possession. Cyclones on the puck. They'll work it to the near side where Bolognic tucks it deeper. 7 seconds left to go here in the first as the Cyclones happy to kill off the rest of this period in their own end. And there goes the buzzer. After one, it's the Stars 0 and the Cyclones 0. Stick around. We're going to put 15 on the board and do it all over again here from the boardwalk in just a moment. This is Midnight Sports. All right, we did it. We put 15 on the board. We're just about ready to get rolling here for period number 2, the period of the long change. And so boards being pounded, goaltenders being checked, and the Stars will take that face-off win forward. It's Bergman firing that bouncing puck in, and he gets it on back, sends it across, but it's the Cyclones breaking on out. Ramos able to upend a man and shoot that puck back to the offensive blue line, where Gitman will take over. And now it is the Cyclones picking up once more and trying to skate that puck on up and out. They'll dump it deep, could go for an icing. No, it's not going to cross the end line, so Ramos back for it, worked up to the point. Cyclones keep the zone. It's now the Cyclones in the near corner, working that puck over to the far side of the ice is Braden Murphy as the Stars look to escape with it. Cyclones dump it deeper. It's the Cyclones trying to find the net front there as Murphy flicks that puck up and gets the return. But we'll get a stoppage in play here. And so we'll see what the call is on the near side of the ice. Looks like it's going to be the Stars going to the box. Dominic Bizarro perhaps for roughing here with 14:07 left to go here in the second. It's the Cyclones to their first power play of the day. And so, 5-on-4 hockey coming up, not in the home team's favor right now. It's penalty killing unit numero uno on the ice. Schaefer, O'Day, O'Connor, and Schulman. As the Cyclones take that face-off win, they work it up to the slot, now trying to work it a little bit lower as that puck stays in the offensive zone on a Cyclone stick. Far side of the ice, Cyclones looking to set up a play. Coming in tight at that far circle, though. Curl behind the net, but first to it is Schaefer. He fires it up off the dasher. It's going to fall off. And it'll be the Cyclones coming away with it for a moment until O'Connor able to get stick on puck and work it up to the blue line, but the Cyclones keep it in. It's a mini 2-on-1 here as Speaker gets across and makes the save. And now it'll be the Stars looking to emerge with it. Stars able to filter that on up to the neutral zone, but no farther as the Cyclones dump in once more until it hits Alec O'Day's stick. Cyclones will come away with it in their own zone and try and set something up once more with 1:07 left to go in the man advantage as O'Connor gets in the way of that breakout pass. Good work there by Liam O'Connor to jam up the Cyclones. Cyclones this time will chip and chase all the way off the near corner. Back forward is Schaefer. He works that puck quickly up toward O'Connor. He gets it right back to Schaefer. It comes off the glass, but it's going to be the Stars jamming that up and out of the zone. It'll go for an icing with 12:51 left to go in the second and still 44 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Cyclones. Well, it'll be Viscoso, Russo, Ramos, and Gitman as the four skaters out there on the far side of the ice. Puck's dropped, clean win by Russo, and worked up and out. Should go for another icing here as it didn't look to hit any bodies. No, icing already waved as the Cyclones may have slow skated that one, or there was a deflection. Hard to see what the call on the ice there was. The Stars able to jam up the breakout, gain the line, and dump a bouncing puck right back in. 22 seconds left to go now on the man advantage for the Cyclones, who will dump on in. Turning is Nico Viscoso, linesman in the way, which helped the Stars there as Ramos able to fire up and out, and now giving chase is Russo. He's going to pick it up on the near wing. Russo able to collect and carry into the offensive zone. Just 3 seconds left to go now on the man advantage. It's 5-on-5 hockey here as it's a 3-on-2 developing for the Cyclones, but across was Ramos, who settles the puck, fires it off the boards. Look out, Cyclones fire in. Speaker able to jab that puck, and he had left it for Ramos to clear, and the captain did exactly that. Out of his cage is the netminder for the Cyclones as the New York City Cyclones able to gain the zone once more to the side of the cage. They fire near side. That shot goes wanting, high and wide. It's the Stars trying to get this puck out of their end. It's been all Cyclones here in the first 3.5 minutes of the second period. Cyclones have it back far side of the ice, trying to work that puck toward the net front. Speaker kicks the shot out, and now it's the Stars working it up near side. Chipped farther by Russo for Fauci, who's one-on-one with a man in the offensive end. Curls toward the slot there, does Fauci. He's able to hang on to the puck as the Stars look to make a line change. Bolognic works that puck up to the far point. Waiting there are the Stars. In for it is Viscoso, who works it over to the near side, and O'Day able to pick it up and work it toward the slot. Bouncing puck sits in the slot. O'Day's going to get it back and jab it farther for Bolognic. Bolognic on the puck. He's going to carry it to the near side of the ice, but it's going to be jabbed out by the Cyclones, and so all the way back for it is alternate captain Nico Viscoso to carry it to the side of his cage as the Cyclones make a partial change. It's worked up through center ice, touched up by the Cyclones, who'll have to skate all the way back for it, and it'll be Bolognic on the forecheck. Stars now make their own change. Polyakov pulls that out of the air, dances around a man, trying to get it on his forehand is Polyakov, but it'll be the Cyclones coming away with it. Look out. This rush has some speed as the Cyclones dump it all the way off the curved wall far side. Murphy to pick up, and he skates it up and out as the Stars in business in the neutral zone now. It's the New York Stars all the way across toward the slot, firing in. That one shrugged off by the Cyclones netminder, and now the puck up to O'Day at the near point, fired in. It hits a skate, and it'll be the Cyclones able to get this out of their defensive zone. They gain the line and dump in. Murphy will turn for it. Pushes his man wide. Cyclones on the puck. They have to rack it off the end boards where O'Day picks it up. Feathered pass on up toward Bolognic, and he finds Briscoe. Briscoe carries into the offensive end. Stars can make a partial change here. All the way across was the puck by Briscoe. In is O'Day to keep the zone. O'Day pulls it past a man to the side of the cage. O'Day looking for a shot through the slot. O'Day still on the puck. Fires it up and in. Well, that was Alec O'Day putting on a skating clinic down here on the boardwalk as he carried the puck from the near point all the way around the net, popped out at that far circle, and was able to send a soft shot up and over the shoulder of the Cyclones netminder to turn this into a 1-0 hockey game. It's now Shulman on the ensuing faceoff, wins it forward but without possession. Cyclones look to come away with it. O'Connor nearly picked the pocket of a man as the Cyclones will dump on in. Ramos gets in front of the forechecking Cyclones forward, works it over towards Schaefer. Cyclones dump it deeper. It's the Cyclones on the puck all the way out front. Oh boy, that was dangerous as the Cyclones had a man in the slot, and Ramos able to get stick on puck to eject it out of the defensive zone. Picking up in stride is Shulman. Shulman stays and fires on the forehand. Puck comes all the way up toward Ramos, who's able to jam it deeper in the zone. O'Connor takes a big hit there, pops right back up and gets right back in the play. Cyclones look to push that past the point. They can't get past Ramos at first blush, but the second bite of the apple, they're able to do it. They gain the line and dump in. 8:41 left to go here in the second as the Stars move that puck to the far side of the ice. It's Adamek now working that puck out past that far point and giving chase. He was able to block a dump in and work that puck into the offensive zone, where now Gitman able to dump it deeper for O'Connor. It's O'Connor on the puck, works it quickly over toward Adamek, far side of the ice. That puck's bouncing at that end of the ice here today. And so Adamek had to take an extra pause to try and settle it down. Pinching in are the Stars at that far side. 5 players surround the puck now. It's going to come out to the goal scorer. Alec O'Day fires just wide of the cage, bounces off the end boards out front, but Cyclones there first, and we'll get a stoppage in play, as it looks like there may be a penalty called here on the Cyclones. It's a hooking call with 8:01 left to go in the second. Cyclones to the box. Stars up a goal, up a man for the next 2. Or maybe fewer if given their druthers. And this will be Bizarro, Murphy, Bolognick, Shulman, and O'Day as the 5 skaters out there in white. It'll be Bizarro to take the drop. Bolognick to his left. O'Day awaits in the slot as the players just backed out of the circle for a second. Pinching all the way in there was O'Day from the corner of the circle. If you can find a corner of a circle, that's where he was. Figure it out and let me know, folks. It's Bizarro over for Bolognick. Bolognick gets tight, he shoots, he scores! Well, it was Bolognick who was able to pick the top corner of the net, and that's a Stars power play goal with 7:49 remaining to go here in the second. It's Stars 2, Cyclones nothing. Well, the Stars needed that one. They had turned the tables in the last 3 minutes or so of this second period after it was all Cyclones to open this middle frame, and so they're rewarded for tilting the ice on the power play there. This puck's going to come all the way into the offensive zone for the Cyclones. O'Day back for it, reverses over for Schaefer. Schaefer on up as he was looking for Bergman, far side of the ice. Bouncing puck, finds a Cyclone, batted farther. Speaker just throws a big glove over it, and we'll get a stoppage in play with 7:31 left to go in the second. Defensive zone draw for the Stars, far side of the ice. It's Bergman, Bizarro, and Gitman as the forwards out there. Looks to be O'Day and Schaefer as the defenders. One there by the Cyclones. Look out, fired in. Speaker gets up, blocks it to the side, and now it's O'Day able to carry that puck up for Bizarro, who shoots in high of the cage. He had to take the shot. He had a man right behind him, but it's Bergman keeping the zone down for Bizarro. Bizarro with the puck, works it deeper for Gitman. Gitman now works it around toward the front, and it's Schaefer firing in. That puck takes a deflection off a stick and a body. Here come the Cyclones in the other direction as Schaefer has that puck off of O'Day's glove. It just took a deflection, so it wasn't a hand pass in the neutral zone, and here come the Cyclones right back in the other direction. Across for it is O'Day. He settles that puck, works it up in front of the scorer's booth, and Bizarro's going to find Bergman on the forehand, far side of the ice. Bergman has to stop and delay. He'll settle that puck in the slot on the backhand, works it over for Schaefer, but the Cyclones are going to come away with it. Now Bergman back on the back check as the Cyclones look to set something up there. At the end of a long shift are the Cyclones, and so Bergman takes that dump in, and he's going to skate it up the right wing. Bergman now with speed on the wrister, shoots in, hits a shin guard. That puck's going to roll wide, and it's O'Day with the puck back. He'll dump it in once more for Russo to pick up at the far side of the ice. 6:15 left to go here in the second as Russo able to keep the zone in that far corner, and the Cyclones are going to work that puck up through the defensive slot. They'll pick it up near side of the ice. Stars look to get back in a hurry. That one's going to be fired in. Speaker's just going to cover up, and we'll get a stoppage in play with 5:58 left to go. You always want your netminder to buy a freeze for you in this period of the long change if you can, because you just don't know when those line changes are going to happen, as the play has been very open here today, end-to-end action. And so Stars get the line change they wanted, or at least a new defensive unit out there, and it's Ramos and Murphy as those defenders fired in wide of the cage. It's going to be Briscoe all the way over to try and tap that puck up and out of the zone. Cyclones keep the zone. Look out in the slot. They fire in. Speaker able to cover up once more. And we'll get another stoppage in play with 5:45 left to go here in the second period. It's still Briscoe, Russo, and Adamick as the forwards. Still Murphy and Ramos as the defenders. And so this will be Russo to try and win this on his backhand. He does, as always. Not to jinx it, but if there's a lock in youth hockey, it's Anthony Russo winning a faceoff on his backhand. And the Stars go just a bit offside there with 5:38 left to go in the second. It should be a neutral zone drop just outside the Cyclone zone, far side of the ice. It will be Russo to take. He's got Adamick to his right, Briscoe to his left. Russo chops that forward. Cyclones take over and work it up to the far point. Now in business are the New York City Cyclones through the neutral zone. They drop it to the slot. They fire in wide of the cage. They were looking for a late deflection back post, and it almost connected for him. But it was Briscoe working that puck up to Russo. Russo has Adamick all the way across the zone. Carries it on the backhand to the wide part of the offensive zone at that far half wall. It'll be Adamick standing up a man far side. Briscoe now on the puck at the end boards, tries to kick it farther there. He's got a Cyclone just leaning on him. A second one comes in for support was Adamick, and he comes away with it. Bangs it off the boards for Murphy, who stops, delays on the wrister, fires in. That's sticked aside by the Cyclones netminder, and now the Cyclones try to escape the zone but can't get past Murphy. Murphy down low, all the way in. That puck rolls once and twice. Looks like it's under a netminder. We get a stoppage in play here as the whistle goes with straight fours across the board. 4:44 left to go in the second, and it was a nice series of saves from the visiting netminder as the Stars thought they were home on that one. Instead, it was the man in navy blue protecting the light blue ice. And it'll be a face-off at the far side of the offensive zone for the Stars. This is Bolognic, Polyakov, and Fauci, Viscoso, and Schaefer. Puck's dropped, one there by Bolognic, fired in, and it'll find Polyakov's stick, who works it over for Bolognic. Bolognic's side of the cage. The goal scorer carries it farther as he tries to work that over toward Polyakov. Cyclone's in the way, but Polyakov able to get it back, work it up to that far half wall. Fauci will switch places with Schaefer to protect the blue line. It's now the Stars trying to work it deeper. Comes off a couple of sticks, and it's going to find Viscoso, who was manning the top of the offensive slot, and dumps it deeper for Bolognic, who will cycle it around. Now Fauci to try and pick it up far side of the ice. Schaefer pinches in to keep the zone. He's able to kick it down toward Fauci, who has to go around the linesman. And so it's the Cyclones emerging with it on the near side. Bouncing puck kept in by Polyakov once and twice. It's going to be a penalty here, though, on the Stars, as a Cyclones player was upended. Coming on in were the Stars to try and touch up. And so with 3:53 left to go in this second period, it'll be Bolognic to the box, it looks like, for interference. He pleads his case to the official, who is uninterested in hearing the story, as most officials are. And so Bolognic accepts his fate, heads to the sin bin, and it'll be a defensive zone draw for the home team from Abe Stark. Near side of the ice drop, the penalty killer's over the boards. It's O'Connor, Schulman, Murphy, and O'Day in the white sweaters. Puck's dropped, one there by the Stars, back to the corner. Cyclones come away with it. It's Speaker shoveling it farther, and that puck fired on up into the Cyclones bench. We'll do it all over again. Just 8 seconds gone on the man advantage here on the boardwalk for the visitors. This will be Schulman at the dot once more, trying to win it back toward O'Day. And to safety. He does it once more. O'Day fires that up. It hits a skate. It'll be the Cyclones at the top of the slot. They'll twirl and work it deeper. Firing, activating on that puck is O'Day, but the Cyclones come away with it near side of the ice, all the way to the far side. Far point, Cyclones work it deeper, but picking that puck off is Murphy. Murphy's got Schulman joining the rush with him. Murphy all the way in, lasers a forehand on net, and we'll get a stoppage in play there, as it was Murphy who had come on in, but it looks like two players are going to be going here. as Murphy had gotten close to the netminder of the Cyclones, and so both alternate captains, or one alternate captain, I should say, from each team to the box. Should still be 5-on-4 hockey here for the next minute and 27 seconds. But it's a rough one for the Stars, as that will be Braden Murphy, one of the Stars' best penalty killers off the ice for the home team. And so we just get a stoppage here while the scorekeeper looks to put the Coincidental Miners on the board with 3:20 left to go in this middle frame. Time enough to remind you, subject to weather and carrier restrictions, Stars back in action 11:30 a.m. tomorrow from New Jersey to take on the New Jersey Devils youth hockey team. And give Midnight Sports a like, follow, or subscription on YouTube and all social media channels so you don't miss a moment or an update on the status of that game and all New York Stars 16U AA games. And this is a puck drop, one forward by the Cyclones, carried into the offensive end. Stars have to back off as they're down a skater here. It's the Cyclones coming toward the side of the cage, far side now, as they're pushed by O'Day over toward that far wall. O'Day gets the puck, feathers it up, but not out as the Cyclones look to come in, but it was good work there by Liam O'Connor to get body position on a man to let O'Day pick up that puck. Schulman can go for a change. O'Day fires a screen shot in. It flutters just wide. 51 seconds left to go on the man advantage. 2:41 left to go in the period as the Cyclones have that puck at their end boards. They'll work it to the near side of the ice and look to skate it on up and out. It's Russo and O'Connor as the penalty killing forwards, O'Day and Viscoso as the defenders. O'Day had jammed up that pass. It's fired in. Speaker kicks that shot out. It goes all the way to that far half wall where the Cyclones look to pick it up again. It's Viscoso with a hip check, but the Cyclones pick it up once more. Oh boy, the one-timer was open there, but handcuffed by the pass were the Cyclones. Speaker gets up, and then we get a puck that was a bit high, and so we'll see what the call here is, whether it was a hand pass or otherwise, but it came up on Speaker. He looks to be just fine. The whistle went, but the official blew it because he saw the puck come up high and perhaps he was worried about the equipment. The mask might have been starting to come off Speaker there in the blue paint. And so, of course, player health and safety paramount in all youth hockey games. And so we got the stoppage in play here with 2:07 left to go in the second. Still 11 seconds left to go in the man advantage here for the Cyclones. They pump it out to the far side of the ice, and stick on puck by the Stars will get a stoppage as that puck flutters up into the rooftop here at Abe Stark. We'll do it all over again with 1:58 left to go in the second. Still 5 seconds left to go on the Cyclones man advantage as the Stars will have Ramos and Bizarro in the slot. Cyclones win that. They fire in. That shot goes high and wide of the cage. Ramos to pick up and jam out. 5-on-5 hockey, and it's Bergman out of the bench. I shouldn't say the box. He wasn't in the box, and his shot goes just wide, and so Bergman upended there. Puck gets caught under his equipment, and the Cyclones will have to reset. So both teams sprung on a breakaway after their penalties ended. But this will be the Stars looking to keep the zone, unable to do so with 1:30 left to go in this second period. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. It's an offside on the Stars and a face-off just outside the Cyclone zone, near side of the ice. This will be Gitman, Bizarro. Looks like Bergman, Schaefer, and Ramos. It's Gitman at the dot. Gitman able to win that toward the logo. Cyclones, though, have fired forward on it, and they'll gain the line and dump in. Schaefer back for it by the end boards. Quickly moves it to Bergman, who tries to slap it out of the zone. Cyclones instead fired across the ice, where Ramos picks up on the forehand, and he finds Bizarro, who finds Gitman in stride. Gitman goes skate to stick, and he'll dump in and give chase. Cyclones first to it as Bergman able to push a man into the end boards there, and the Stars recover the puck. Bizarro twists and turns with it. He just has to dump in. Ran out of real estate at the blue line, but it was Bergman up for Gitman. Collects the puck, works it up for Schaefer, and Schaefer will dump in once more. 51 seconds left to go as Bizarro chips that puck to himself off the end boards. Bizarro on the puck, looking to fire it deeper. He does, finds Bergman. Bergman pulls in. It was a backhander that was saved by the Cyclones netminder. Upended there was Bizarro, and the Cyclones look to come away with it, but we get a stoppage in play, and it looks like it might be a trip. So we'll see if the Cyclones are going to the box or it was just a hand pass. We'll see what the gesture here is from the official toward the scorer's booth. Looks like a Cyclone to the box. 2 minutes for tripping with 33 and a half left to go. It was Bizarro who had kept his feet moving in that far corner. And due to his effort, the Cyclones end up in the box for getting a stick between Double Zero's legs. And so just waiting for a second as the scorekeeper will get that penalty up on the board. And then we'll be ready to roll. If the Stars can't score in the next 33.5 left to go in this second period, the penalty will carry over to the third. And so we just get the players waiting for a second here as the arm is raised, trying to get that penalty up on the board. Sometimes these scoreboards don't always comply, and so we just get a soft delay here. The players don't seem to mind getting an extra breather as we try to get this penalty up on the board here at Abe Stark. The officials usually, well, there we go. The penalty up on the board now, and we'll be ready to roll as Russo wins that face-off forward. O'Connor gives chase on the near side of the ice. Pinching all the way in was Ramos, tapped farther by Gitman, and then up and out go the Cyclones. It'll go for an icing, and so we'll do it all over again with 19.6 left to go here in the second period. Still 1:46 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars. All right, still Gitman, Viscoso, Russo, Ramos, and O'Connor as the power play unit for the Stars. This will be Russo winning that forward once more, pushing a man and working that puck over toward Gitman. Puck rolls out in front, sits at the leg pads, and it's covered nicely by the Cyclones netminder with 10.5 left to go here in the second. We'll do it all over again. Far side of the ice, 1:37 left to go on the Stars man advantage. That puck's dropped. Stars win it up to the point. Clock needs to roll as that puck's going to sit. And so that's going to do it for the period here from Abe Stark, it looks like. And so the officials just telling the scorekeeper to run that clock out because it will be the end of the period from Abe Stark. And so stick around. We're going to put 15 on the board. Do it one last time here from the Boardwalk today. This is Midnight Sports.
Streets are empty, echoes howl, daylight breaks in shattered ground. Engine roars like beast on fire, chasing dreams on broken wire. Pedal down, the rush is real, heartbeat sync with spinning wheel. Lights flash by in blurry streak, highway signs too fast to peak. Running on fumes, can't slow down, foot to the floor through this town. Eyes on the prize, won't back out. Living life loud, no fear, no doubt. Hands grip tight the steering wheel, stealing nerves against the field. Rolling hills and sharp descents, never stop a soul hell-bent. Radio blares adrenaline, fingers tap on skin and tin. Horizon looms but never near, push the limits, lose the fear.
All right, as promised, 15 on the board. Still 1:26 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars. This is the final frame for today from Abe Stark. And it will be O'Day, Belonik, Bizarro, Murphy, and Shulman. Power play unit number one over the boards for what's left of this penalty. Still 86 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the home team. And it's Bolognic at the dot. Clean win back to Schulman. Schulman on over for Murphy, who settles the puck, worked up to Bizarro, who will skate forward through the neutral zone. Dominic Bizarro, zone entry machine on the forehand, will turn at that far circle and work it on up to Bolognic, who finds Murphy. And now it'll be the Cyclones, though, coming the other way. That puck had rolled on Braden Murphy, and so the Cyclones get all the way back. They shoot up and over the cage, and now the Stars look to get up and out of the defensive zone. It's Bizarro on over. He's going to find Bolognic. Bolognic on the puck, and he works it into the offensive zone. Hits the trailer in Murphy, who just has to shovel it farther. Rolling puck to the near side of the ice. O'Day collects, settles it in the corner, tries to work it farther there. He gets leaned on, and so the Stars in for support. Cyclones, though, able to work it out to the blue line and into the offensive end. Getting back is Murphy. 31 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the Stars. Murphy chips it off the back of the cage, collects, and then fires it on a quick up. Finds Bolognic in stride. Bolognic and O'Day into the offensive end. They stop delay. They look for Murphy as a trailer, who picks up the puck on what was a back check, but the Cyclones eventually come away with it. With just 12 seconds left to go, O'Day keeps his own, bats it farther. Giving chase are the Stars as they make a change. It's the Cyclones coming away with it in a 2-on-2 now toward the offensive end. It's 5-on-5 hockey out there on the ice as the Cyclones try to filter that toward the slot, but Viscoso there first, a minute and 30 seconds into this third period. Nico Viscoso changes direction and then works it up to Bizarro, strong side of the ice, and it's a headman pass up for Russo. Across are the Cyclones to get that up and out of the zone, and so settling the puck is Ramos. Cyclones let that go into the offensive end. No offside called. Cyclones wanted an explanation there. They're not going to get it, though, as we play on, and so the Cyclones able to work that up and out once more. It's Russo on the puck into the slot. Russo there, fires in. It's a shot block by the Cyclones, and so Viscoso just has to bat it deep. It's now the Cyclones curling behind the net, and they'll skate that up and out. The pass just misses for the visitors. Ramos has it back, works it on over toward Russo, who picks it up and carries it into the offensive end. Anthony Russo now fires it across. It's kicked out by the Cyclones netminder, and onward we play. Cross is Viscoso to pick up the puck once more. Tries to work it up toward Adamic. It's sent right back in the other direction by the Cyclones, and now it's Ramos on the puck in his own end. Skates it across the front of his net as he had a little time and space, and then the dump in. He's able to jam up and get back is the captain. Fired up to the blue line, chipped out by Briscoe. Important play there to relieve a little bit of this pressure on the Stars as the Cyclones dump in once more. It's Viscoso on the puck, carries it around in that far corner, and then tries to chip it up and out. 3 Cyclones in to prevent the play as Adamic able to get stick on puck and give Briscoe a chance to chase in the offensive end. Cyclones back first, they fire it on up, but settling that puck is Ramos, who tries to carry it on out. Speaker way out of his net, and 2 players collide with Speaker, but everyone pops right back up. It's now Schaefer pushing a man wide. Puck comes in toward the slot. Bouncing puck still alive there all the way across. Speaker gets across and makes a save. And now the Cyclones trying to get something toward the net front once more. They work it up to the near point. They'll dump in again. Turning is Schaefer. And now it's the Cyclones trying to cycle to the near side, but instead Adamic able to touch that up and out of the zone. He can go for a change, and it was a great move by Trevor Adamic there to get that puck deep in the offensive end without committing an icing. Fauci and Schulman go to work on the forecheck. O'Connor joins them. Here come the Cyclones right back in the other direction. Schaefer stands a man up, and he's able to work that puck over toward O'Connor, who works it over toward Fauci. Fauci on the forehand. He's going to stop and carry it to the far half wall so the Stars can complete their change. Cyclones pick it up in the near corner. It was O'Connor leaning on a man. Gitman tries to pick up. Cyclones look to emerge with it, but they can't get past Thomas Schaefer at first. And now the Cyclones through the neutral zone. They get a little crisscross there as the puck all the way into the offensive end, where the Stars will pick it up, but it'll be a bit of jostling afterwards, and so we will get a stoppage in play as the players sort themselves out. Far side of the ice, 10:27 left to go here in the third, and it'll be some paperwork to be done here on that far side of the ice as the players need to be separated. all the way across. Well, folks, as we tick toward the end of the season here for the Stars, just gives us time to say thank you to all the viewers out there of Midnight Sports. We often say we could do it without you, but we wouldn't. And we absolutely mean it every single time we say it. It's going to be 2 for roughing for 2 different players, 1 for the Cyclones and 1 for the Stars. So O'Day goes to the box on a roughing call. Coincidental minors. Should be 5-on-5 hockey with 10:27 left to go here in the third period. And a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, this will be a near circle drop. The Stars able to tie up the trigger man there long enough for Bergman to work it up to Bizarro, who leaves it for Gitman. Gitman did good work on that draw, and the Stars in the offensive zone because of it. Shot comes in, rejected by the Cyclones, picked up though by Bizarro. Bizarro on the puck, near side, dumps it deeper for Bergman, who fires it across. It hits a stick, and the Cyclones look to come away with it. Bergman was trying to send that across the slot as Gitman was waiting for it. Cyclones, though, on the drop pass can't connect because it was Bizarro coming away with it, and he's able to dump it in deeper. Cyclones have to pick up in their own net. Cyclones leaned on there by Bergman. Bizarro able to fire in once more, and now it'll be the Cyclones far side of the ice looking to skate this up and out. They do. It's the Cyclones 1-on-2 into the offensive end. They fire in wide of the cage. Ramos was able to push his man wide. Now Schaefer stands a Cyclone up, and it will be the Cyclones keeping the zone as Schaefer upends a man, and it will be Bergman. Looks like trying to work that puck up near side. He was able to beat one man off the boards, but not the second. And so the Stars reset and send it up and out. It's Bizarro in full stride to try and pick this up in the offensive end. Touches it farther, but the Cyclones come away with just about 9 minutes left to play in this game. The Cyclones work that to the near side of the ice. Getting back is Viscoso. Try and cut out the threat. It's sent all the way across, but it was Bolognic first to it, and he works it up toward Bizarro. Then it's fired in. Speaker sees that go off the leg pad, and it's fired up and out at first, and then Speaker makes the save a little more sure-handed on that second shot. He had tried to cover the first one, but as all goaltenders are taught to do, he kept that leg pad behind the glove just in case, and so he was able to make the double save, and we'll have a defensive zone draw far side of the ice here as the lines get set. This will be the Stars just waiting for a moment. There are 5 players on the ice. The official still talking to the scorer's table. And so just discussion with the penalty boxes as to when those players can get out. In any event, it's Murphy taking that Stars face-off win across the slot. He's able to dance around a man, and then Bolognic touches that up toward Fauci, who collects, dumps in so Bolognic can give chase. Bolognic first to it. Polyakov in the slot. Fauci touches it farther there. Cyclones able to work it up to the top of the defensive slot and then skate it on up and out. It's the Cyclones with speed. Murphy doesn't have to turn, he just gets stick on puck. It's going to come to the near side of the cage. Down was Viscoso to prevent the pass, and then the Cyclones will pick up that puck at the near point once more and dump in. It's Murphy looking for Viscoso. Fired all the way through the slot. Getting stick on puck was Fauci. Cyclones will fire it in once more. Speaker able to get the chest on it. He gets all the way across to make the save. As he had chested the initial shot down, he threw the big right leg pad out. Made the save there, and the Stars living dangerously, but not so dangerously as to give one up in that sequence. It's now Bolognic carrying it into the offensive end. Polyakov gets it back, fires in, soft shot, comes back out, fired once more there by Fauci. Fauci works it over toward Bolognic. Now Viscoso to pick up that puck and fire in. Bouncing puck kicked out by a defender. And it's the Cyclones back on it behind their own cage. 7:22 remaining to go here in the third period as the Cyclones look to carry it up the right wing. Murphy gets stick on puck. Good gap control by him right at the blue line. Back for it is Viscoso, who sends it all the way over toward Fauci, far side of the ice. kept in at first by the Cyclones, but Fauci able to block that dump in, and it's Polyakov tapping it to himself, nearly away in the offensive end. Instead, this one's going to be dumped in on Cage, and so Speaker's going to cover that up emphatically with 6:56 left to go here in the third. Speaker wanted everybody in the rink to know he had the glove on that one, and there was no chance of it popping loose. Now it's going to be a far circle drop here from Abe Stark in the third period. Just under 7 left to play. It's Russo at that far dot, chips it up to the half wall, fired in. Speaker sticks the leg pad out, not sure if it caught a piece of him or it was always going wide, but the result's the same. Adamek and Briscoe away with the puck. Adamek, headman pass up to Briscoe into the offensive end. Briscoe, soft shot on, stick to side. Adamek to pick up at the end boards. Cyclones look to come away with it. Russo in the way in that far corner. Cyclones try to lay a body on him, but Briscoe over for support. And then the Cyclones throw that up to the neutral zone where Schaefer picks up, works it over for Ramos, who returns the pass to Schaefer. Schaefer carries it just a little bit deeper, and then strong side works it up to Adamek. Adamek's going to gain the line, told to get it deep. He does. Stars chipping and chasing right now as the Cyclones pick up behind their cage. They'll work it up the right wing. All the way back was Briscoe on the back check, and so the Cyclones will just have to dump in near side. Turning for it is Ramos. 6:04 left to play as the Stars look to work this up and out. Ramos on the puck in that far corner as two Cyclones men surround him. Expect the Cyclones to start taking some more chances here as time ticks down in the third period. It's the Stars flicking it up and out once more. And it will be Ramos across in the neutral zone, able to dump in on the backhand. Very well done by the captain on that far side of the ice as the Stars look to keep the zone in the slot. It's Briscoe firing in, fluttering puck comes out toward the side of the cage. It was a save by the Cyclones netminder. Ramos back in, fires in, deflection carries that wide off of Russo's stick. Adamek gets it back, tries to work it deeper for Russo. He does. Russo turns with it, not once but twice. Nearly free was Anthony Russo against two men. Had he been able to come out toward the net front, might have been the play of the year. Instead, it'll be the Cyclones coming away with it in the defensive end. 5:07 left to go here in the third. Quick up by the Cyclones is going to miss all sticks. It'll go for an icing and an offensive zone draw coming up for the Stars with just over 5 minutes left to play here from the boardwalk. This will be Fauci, Shulman, Polyakov, Murphy, and O'Day as the 5 skaters in white. Clean win there by Shulman, back to Murphy. Murphy works it down toward Fauci, who carries it deep in the zone, all the way in front. Oh, it was a good pass, fired in this time by O'Day. It was just a better defensive play by the Cyclones. Murphy pinches all the way in. Shulman has to stay back so as not to give up a 3-on-1. It's a 3-on-2 developing. Murphy gets back in a hurry. Cyclones will dump in. That puck's going to roll toward the back of the cage. It was O'Day tripped up, no arm raised here. Stars bench not calling for anything, and so must have just been playing the puck was the Cyclones man, but it's Fauci chipping it off the boards, carrying it in stride, still on the puck. It's rolling, goes off the side of the cage there. Shulman picks it up, works it up to O'Day. O'Day with some room to step into it. That shot deflected wide. Cyclones to pick up. Cyclones jab it off the boards. That one's going to flutter all the way down for an icing. And so, with 4:13 left to go here in the third period, and an offensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars, and it gives them the chance to make a change, and it'll be the Gitman line out there. The Killer Bees to his left and right. Behind them are Viscoso and Ramos. It'll be Bergman in the slot, Pizarro at the near half wall. That's chipped forward on the faceoff and taken away by the Cyclones, I should say. They'll fire that on up, rolling puck, icing already waved here, and so the Cyclones work that puck deeper. It was never going to cross the end line anyway as the Stars push that puck up to the blue line. Bergman looks across, tries to find Pizarro there. Cyclones come back into the offensive end. Pizarro jams his man up far side of the ice. That puck's going to roll all the way across, but it was Viscoso able to settle it down like a netminder and keep it from entering the blue paint. It's now Viscoso touching that puck forward. Viscoso still carrying the puck. He has Gitman in the slot, tries to chip it on the backhand. Did Nico Viscoso. It ended up rolling through the goal mouth, but it's picked up by the Stars once more. It's Pizarro down low for Gitman. Gitman will cycle that puck in the far corner. Looks to kick it farther or jam it up against that far half wall as Bizarro tries to pick it off the boards. 2 Cyclones men in as the officials not blowing the whistle just yet because the puck has squirted free with 3:11 left to go. Nobody controlling possession just yet as the Cyclones dump it. It'll be Ramos on the puck. Works it up quickly toward Bizarro. It hits him in the skates. The Cyclones look to pour forward, but this time they are offside. And so we get a stoppage in play with 2:57 left to go here in the third period. It'll be a face-off, far side of the neutral zone, just outside the Stars zone. This is O'Connor, Belonik, Polyakov, Schaefer, and O'Day as the 5 skaters for the home team. It's Belonik as that face-off won all the way back to O'Day at the end boards. O'Day on the forehand, soft pass up to the blue line. He was looking for Belonik, but coming across were the Stars. Good work there by O'Connor, and now the Stars will have to stay out of the offensive zone for a moment as they would have entered offside. Cyclones come right back in the other direction, but it was O'Connor who took a stick up high. No high sticking called there as the Cyclones play on. It's Schaefer clearing it around to the near side of the ice where the Cyclones have it at the near point. Belonik on the puck. He's going to jab it deeper into his zone for O'Day. Gets racked off a stick. The Cyclones trying to chop that toward the net front, but it's O'Connor first to it. O'Connor feathers that up and around a man. The Cyclones will have to reset and dump in once more. It missed all sticks, but it'll be Schaefer back to it as it crosses the end line. Icing was going to be waved there anyway, and so the Cyclones keep the zone for a moment. Schaefer on up for O'Connor, O'Day on up for O'Connor. O'Day gets it back from number 9. It's O'Day up to O'Connor. Once more, Cyclones pinch in on the puck. They try to throw it all the way across, and it hits a couple of skates, and it's going to be thrown up and out of play here by the Stars with 1:43 left to go in this game. It looks like it's going to be a timeout by the Cyclones, and so we'll pause here for a moment. 1:43 left to go in the third. Timeout on the ice. This is Midnight Sports. We did it as promised. We're back after the timeout. 1:43 remaining to go in this game. An empty net for the Cyclones. Find themselves down too late. And it'll be the Stars with the defensive zone draw. 6 skaters on the ice for the visitors. That puck's dropped, and the Stars try to keep that puck toward the blue line, and the Cyclones end up sending it up and out of the zone, and now it's dumped in. Speaker on the puck. He's just going to cover there and buy himself a face-off. And so, with 1:31 left to go in the third, you know he was looking up, thinking maybe this is my chance to shoot that puck all the way down. But I can tell you a little inside info from a car ride. He was instructed by his father not to do that unless this were A high school game with no icing on a penalty kill. And so we'll do it all over again off the Stars icing with 1:22 left to go here in the third. Nothing a coach hates more than a goaltender trying to score on an empty net. That creates a turnover and another offensive zone opportunity for the team with 6 skaters. In any event, just a little inside baseball there for you on the Stars netminders car ride. It's Schulman winning that back. The Stars will fire this one down. Will this one go right in the back of the net by the Stars? It's an empty net goal there, and they'll celebrate as they shoot and score. Well, all of a sudden, it's Stars 3 and the Cyclones 0. Looks like Nico Viscoso was able to fire from that near corner and pot it, and you saw just what that meant to all of his teammates as they surrounded him off the empty net goal. And so with 1:17 left to play in this game, it's Stars 3, Cyclones 0, as Briscoe's going to take that face-off win forward. He did well to deflect what would have been a Cyclones dump in. Briscoe fires in, and that one's going to be stopped by the Cyclones netminder, and so we'll get a stoppage in play as there was a broken stick at center ice, and it's going to be skated on over to the Stars bench. And so not sure who just ended up with a $250 charge on their credit card, but someone did as that puck had sat at center ice. Here come the Cyclones right back in the other direction. New York City Cyclones, under a minute left to play here in the slot, shoveled farther, but it was O'Day and Ramos who had done enough to cut out the offensive play here. Cyclones back on the puck toward the side of the cage. We're going to get a call, though, as that puck came on and was touched. Looks like it might have been a hand pass by the Cyclones as the whistle went when they touched up. And so it's going to be an offensive zone draw here for the Stars. 49.3 remaining to go in this game, and an offensive zone draw for the home team. This will be Gitman now at the dot. Adamick to his right, Briscoe to his left. Cyclones work that to the far side of the ice, and now the Cyclones able to pour forward. They hit a stick that's loose on the ice. It was Gitman's stick. He's able to get that back. Ramos back for it, jabs that up. And the Cyclones, with 32 seconds left, collect at their own blue line. They try to send it farther, but Gitman's going to dump this one in and give chase himself. It's now the Stars at the net front trying to work to get that fourth goal. Advick able to settle it for Ramos. Bouncing puck sent just wide of the cage. 15 seconds left to go here as Briscoe and Gitman look to keep this puck in the offensive end. Puck sits at the end board. 7 seconds left to go. Stars emerge with it. They throw it all the way across. 4 left to go as the Cyclones will just send that deeper into their own zone. And that'll do it. Here from Abe Stark, we've gone final. It's the New York Stars 3, the New York City Cyclones 0. Thanks so much for joining us. Subject to carrier restrictions and weather restrictions. We'll see you tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. right here on Midnight Sports. Until then, stay safe.